Time to get that coffee. I came up with a new idea. In English, when I say 45, or not 45, yes, 45, because the word of Q automatically enters, telling me I'm in the 8th house. So the minute I say 45, 40 plus 5, 40 has a 0. Automatically, I'm putting a 6 or an 8. I put a 6 in the 40, I'll put an 8 in the 40 because it's 3 worlds, it's above 5. If one of them was below 5, it could be created with 1 dice. But the other way, I need 2 dice to create it. When you say 60, let's say 65, it's 60, plus 6 for the 0 is 66, plus 5 is 71. When you want to add up to 40 and really want to extend yourself, if you took the money out of your pocket and you were looking for change and had a $50 bill, you would give 50 and get 10 back. One is purple, one is red. In order to make the purple from the red, you need a little bit of blue. So that would be the 2, but there's no more $2. So the things go around. So if you want to go to the store and buy something for 40, you give them a $20 bill, a $10 bill, a $5 bill, and the rest of it is in change because it's all about you. The last 2 numbers are all about you in your mind. 10 and 9 for 19, 19 by 19. You see R, the resident angel, and 1, the alpha angel, they add together and become 19. Even when you say the letter R with the A in front of it, it is 1 plus 18 is 19. So we go 1 and 18 or 1 and 19. We go by 20 is 400. And that's actually the true value of man squared. So if it is 400, 20 times 20, don't forget the cell block, equals to 400. 400 becomes 466. Mercedes, logo, 120, 120, 120, 120 is 480. Open up the inside, 90 is 570. Becomes 576 because you don't need to measure the 2 sides, you measure 1 side. So when we go to 2020, 20 automatically becomes 26 now. So 26 by 26 has to equal to, and you don't have to go more than 2 times. You don't go more than 2 times because after the second time you're creating something. You take 2 parts of a stick, you can't make them come around unless you bend them. You make it 2 times because on the piano after 2 times you become to center C and something else was created. You now have to share. So now you come down 1 level to back into the 6 dice because in the 6 dice it is only 1 dice. The 7 dice is 6 and 1. So we have 26 by 26. 26 times 26 equals 676. Oh my God. 676, which gives you 13 and 42, and which gives you 13 and 42, right? Yeah. It gives you 55, 55, the Twin Towers. Oh my God. Because that's all you can go is 20. You can go to 21. Now that you got 1, you want 21? Well, that's all in your head. The 1 and the 2 are exalted every day. You go to the washroom. So now we have, I was measuring out the Mercedes here, and the Mercedes here, and we added 90. So we had 120 on the inside plus 90. 120 on the inside plus 90. We have 210. 210, 210, 420 is the size of the territory. 0 gets 6. We'll have the territory at 426. I had it a little bit bigger. I'm talking about the size of space. Space number is 44. It's not 45 because it's 1 plus 44 we just started to get to 45. If you went to 45, you can't be at both ends, but you can stretch your foot out at least to 44. So when we have 40, when you go into your money, you give them a 10, you give them a 20. The minute you give them a 10, it's 16. You give them a 20, it's 26. Already you got 42. Now you give them a 5, that's okay. It's 47 and a little bit of change to make it 50. So once you get a 20 and a 10 and a 5, or a 20 and a 10 and 2 5s, because you need 2 nickels. Why do you need 2 nickels? Because the spot area in number 23, the spot area number 23. 14, you get the cross on your back. When you get the 14, you use the first part of your cross, and then it skips over all the way to the end. Because once you go from 14 to 23, the back side of the board comes forward. One side's going up, one side's going this way. Between 14 and 23, 23 is where you actually have the cross on your back in that area. Your 9 birth plus the 14. You're already born. Take away the 9 from 32. We know you're born because 32 is the other way from 23. Beta creation of 11. It's the backwards way of saying it. So 20 is 26, 10 is 16, and then you get 5 and 5. Now the question is, when you're giving this change, who's getting it? Doesn't matter. $40 is 26, 42. The total, when you ask for 40, your number is 50. You end up paying 52. Why? Because the 12 on the dice that you get from God goes back to pay God. And then once you pay him the money, your 0 goes to 46. 4 times 6, 4 plus 6 is 10, which makes it 16. 4 times 6 is 24 and 16, back to 40. You want to do it again? It becomes 6 over here, 46. 6 by 4 is 24. 6 plus 4 is 10. 24 and 10 is 34. The 10 gives you an automatic 6. You're back to 40, you're back to 46. You go round and round and round. And in between 4 and 6 is 5. You go 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. But you don't have to say the 6 because this side of 1 and this side of 1 that makes 2 makes you who you are as 6. You see there's 1 dot here and 1 dot here and 1 dot here and 1 dot here. You live in between. You have to put a dot here and a dot here to extend yourself. You're not 1, you're 2. So you have a dot. This is the 6 dice I'm talking about. So once you do that, you go 4, 5, 4. And that would be the sun. Or you go 8, 5, 8, 5. And that would be the energy of the Christ, the energy upstairs. It would be because 8, 5, 8, 5. I want to show you something. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 plus 5 is 13. So that 40 we did that went to 46 comes back when you multiply 8 times 5. 8 plus 5 equals 13. And 39 and 13 is the 52. And 39 is the last area on the Monopoly board, and it's boardwalk. And boardwalk is everywhere there's a train. The trains are 11. Boardwalk goes the other way. It's I and I and I and I and I. How do I know it's I and I and I and I and I? Because they keep banging into the ground one of those, you know, vampire things into the ground to hold the tracks down. They put Jesus on the cross, did the same thing. They put the nails in him. They put the nails in the train. They put the nails in the ground. Copper Mountain, copper fish. Okay, I'm going for a coffee, Raphael 7286. I want to show you the other thing. One of the other reasons for backdoor 23 is, you see how high this is? Here's your backdoor 23 right over here. The 14 would have to come from here because you're not living the clam. You're either living the clam on level 1 and level 2, a 2-story chicken house, or you don't live on the first floor, you live on the next 2 floors of the chicken house, level 2 and level 3. Why? Because when you make a bet in roulette, you can't bet both sides at the same time unless you take out an extra chip. So let's go get cracking, and thanks for watching Raphael 7286. I'm a happy man. Things are coming out a little bit easier. Slowly but surely they'll come across. The only thing I always worry about is I need to get it out. I need to get it onto the starship. I need to get it into my star. Once it's in my star, it doesn't matter. I'm glad when everybody watches, but if nobody watches, I got it done. I emptied my mind. When your mind is full, you can go crazy. But you can't go crazy when you're emptying your mind. You always have something to do. Thank you for watching. 5775. 5 and 7 is 12. 5 times 7 is 35, which is number 29 plus 6, which is your birth and the 6 on your back. 6 man plus the 8 cross. How are you 6 and 8? Well, you take this little thing out, you put it here for 2. And you make the cross. The cross is a 6. The X is a 6. 2 times 6. No, the X is a 6. 24th letter. 2 times 4 equals the 8. 2 plus 4 equals the 6. Because you're going this way and you're running on the cross. And it's divided between 2. We got the hat on our head and everything's fine. And in Asia, they know all this stuff. Thanks to Buddha. Have a nice night.